that despite these regulations, there have been instances of illegal importation of low-quality sugar or adulterated sugar. Further concerned that unscrupulous traders have been found to rebrand the sugar which does not meet the standards of Kenya Bureau of Standards specification. Deeply concerned that this poses significant health risks to consumers as well as undermining the efforts to regulate and strengthen the sugar industry to protect local millers, acknowledging that country has the potential to produce enough sugar to meet its domestic demand, as the sector has been a key driver of economic growth, further acknowledging that there is need for concerted efforts by stakeholders to discourage the branding of sugar by non-millers and promote the development of the local sugar industry. Now, therefore, this House resolved that the government, through the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Industry, ensures the strict operationalization of the regulatory frameworks governing sugar importation into the country. Madam Speaker, as you have heard, it's very true that indeed we have gone through a lot of challenges as a country. We remember we had the mercury sugar, which was imported and which was flooded into the market, into the Kenyan market. And it's because of this that we do not have the regulation. And that's why you realize that in most cases, you'll find that every sugar is being branded by the supermarket. And this one also gives a lot of loopholes for those scrupulous traders who gets to import sugar, smuggle the sugar into the country. And this one also poses a very unhealthy situation into the Kenyans. That is the reason why we decided that as a country we need to have regulation. And we know that very soon, because of the COMESA agreements about the trade, you'll find that there'll be free importation of the duty-free sugar that will be coming into this country. This one is going to pose a lot of challenges to our industry, and is also going to pose a lot of challenges to the health situation of our people. That is why I'm here to beg through the Ministry of the Trade that we need to have regulation so that any sugar, they must have the traceability of any sugar that comes. If we know that this sugar is coming from Nigeria, Kenya should know that this is was brought in Kenya by this country, by this factory. It was manufactured where, this was the deadline, or if the safety measures as per the KEBS. That is going to help protect our people, and at the same time, it's also going to protect our local industry. And that is why it's also going to help the government in terms of the tax collection revenue, because we will be able to trace and know this sugar that was being brought in this country, where it paid for the revenue or the tax that is needed and all that. So this one is also a measure to increase the revenue in this country. So I wish that Madam Speaker to help me forward this, so that this one can be taken into consideration, so that any sugar that comes in the country, whether by and in fact, I would wish that no sugar should be branded by the supermarkets, unless maybe if we can get convinced, but it should be strictly from those companies that they come from. So, Madam Speaker, I wish to move this motion and welcome any observation from honorable members.
Honorable Salasya, do you have anyone to second your motion?
No, Namboka is here, will support me.
Okay, before she seconds. Thank you very much. Honorable members, before I call upon the member for Mombasa County, I would like to recognize a delegation of members of Nandi County Assembly Service Board and staff of the Assembly seated in the Speaker's Gallery. They are here to benchmark with the Directorate of Human Capital and Administrative Services on the best human resource practices. On my own behalf and that of the House, I wish to welcome them to the National Assembly and wish them fruitful engagements. You are welcome. The motion being seconded by the member for Mombasa County, you may proceed.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika. na mimi napenda kumuunga Mheshimiwa Salasya kwa mjadala wake wa leo.